so it's Summerween and I wanted to share my TBR and what I will be doing for this wonderful readathon. So it goes from July 15th through the 21st. So I'll be reading about 2 or 3 books and that's what I'll be doing. Yeah, so I have all the books next to me except for one because I'm not sure if I'm gonna read. Oh, my kitty is here to say hello. This is Prune. She's going to be sitting on my lap now. Anyway, so it will be Summerween is mainly like a spooky time to celebrate Halloween in July. So I will be reading kind of spooky stories. So it's hosted by OliviaReadsALatte and Gabby Reads, which I just recently found them because of Summerween, but I'm very excited. Show your booty hole. And okay, so I guess let's get into it. So the first book I have is The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. I read We Have Always Lived in the Castle last year and I loved it. I'm definitely excited to read this. Here, let's put it up here. Yeah, so I have no idea what this is about. I'm getting big Monster House vibes. I don't know if that's true, but like the house has its own understanding, I guess, like its own consciousness. That could be wrong, but that's what I'm getting from the summary right here. And I don't really know anything about it, but I love this cover. I was gonna pay extra for this cover because I just love the way this looks. My husband hates it, but I love the Penguin Classic covers. But yeah, this is the first book I'm gonna be reading, and this is going to cover the reading at night, Haunt in the title, and Halloween colors. And the second book I have is Clown in a Cornfield. I might get this from my library Monday to actually have the physical copy, but right now I'm just going to be reading it on my iPad through Libby. But this is going to cover also Halloween colors because it's got red on it, and also read a slasher. I've never read a slasher before. The closest thing I've ever read to a slasher is The Road. I don't know who that's by. Cormac McCarthy, I think. But yeah, that's the closest thing I've ever read to a slasher. It's not really a slasher, it's more of like a apocalyptic kind of book. But yeah, so this is the slasher I'm going to be reading. I heard good reviews about it. I'm not really a slasher type person. I don't like the movies that much, but hopefully I will like them in book form better. And the third book I might read is Sheets. Here, let me pull it up real quick. Okay, so I have it on Hoopla right now. I don't have it, but this is what it looks like. It's about, I have no idea what it's about, but it's like a little ghost death type thing. So it just looks very kind of like a cute little spooky read. So I might read that if I have enough time, because this does go on for like a week, I think. During this week of Summerween, I might read 2 or 3 books. I'm not really sure yet. Sheets would just be an extra book because in case I have like extra time. That's not really a certain book that I'm gonna read. I will read it one day, but maybe not during Summerween. But yeah, so that's my TBR for this week. And also for a spooky treat, I will be baking some banana pumpkin bread. So yeah, that's gonna be really exciting because I'm kind of hungry for pumpkin bread, but I have some bananas that are about to go bad, so I might as well make them with bananas. So yeah, please share what you're gonna be reading in the comments below and what you will bake if you're here for Summerween. Okay, so I'm on chapter 4 of Clown in a Cornfield, which is, I don't know, it doesn't tell me how far I'm into it, but there's 201 pages on my iPad. Right now, the vibe I'm getting is very teen thriller, teen slasher kind of like thing going on. It's not really my vibe. I'm enjoying it enough to read it. Like it's fine for a reading experience, but it's nothing that like I would buy and like to keep on my shelf so far. I'm just not a big slasher fan. I'm sorry, you can probably hear my cats fighting on the cat tower. But yeah, so it's okay. It's very high school based. but it reads a lot like a movie. I don't like slasher movies, so it's not my vibe. It's just not my thing. I'm excited to see what happens, but I think the characters are just like over the top edgy and rude, and it's just not realistic. And I don't like realistic books. I love fantasy and I love things like that. I love fantasy and sci-fi and everything, but this is just not it. I don't like it that much, but again, I'm only on chapter 4, so I don't really know. Earlier you saw that I made myself a cold and iced pumpkin spice latte. That was also just okay. I'm not a big fan of cold pumpkin spice lattes, but yeah, it was fine. So I read for about 15 minutes to get to chapter 4. I'm a very slow reader on the iPad. Like if I have a physical book like this, I'll get through this very, very quickly. But on my iPad or like on my phone or something, I read so slowly. But for some reason, whenever I'm reading like on a screen, it just takes me like 10 times as long to read for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's the light hitting my eyes. It really makes the words kind of jumble together because it's so bright. And I have it set to dark mode and sepia. Sepia, how do you pronounce that? I have it set to those, and I have the brightness turned on everything. But it's just, again, like it took me 50 minutes to get 40 pages in. It's not like a lot of words to one page. Sadly, this is gonna take me a while to get through, but hopefully Monday I can go and get a physical copy so I can read it faster. It does make reading it in the dark easier because the light and everything, and my book light takes like the most expensive battery, like the most expensive watch battery. So I'm just gonna sell that and get like a new book light, because one that's like rechargeable or one that takes like AAA, because I'm just not gonna be spending like $5 for one battery when it takes 3. So I'm not spending $15 like every month for a new battery, because the battery goes out so quickly in that book light, because I use it a lot. So yeah, but I'm gonna start this one pretty soon for reading it, I guess. Excuse me. Wait, oh, he left, but here's a cat. There he is. There's that one, that's Sylvester, and that's Silver. We're really great at naming cats, as you could tell by Prune earlier. But I'm gonna start this one. This is my Reading in the Dark book, so I will be reading this at night. It's only 182 pages, so I'll probably read about half of this while my banana pumpkin bread is cooking. It's so short, like as you can tell, it's so freaking short. This is my update for right now. It is, I don't have my watch on me. It's 8:01 right now. So, and I read for 50 minutes, so I only read 50 minutes a day. I slept until 4, which was not fun. I don't like sleeping a long time, but for some reason I was so exhausted earlier and I kept dreaming. And do you ever like dream so much when you're sleeping in that you just can't wake up because you keep dreaming and you're just like stuck in the dreams? But yeah, that was me earlier, so I slept until 4. I woke up about 6:30 to 11 or 12, so I only had like a 4-hour sleep. But yeah, so right now I'm going to start reading this, I guess. Yeah, so yeah, I'll check back in with you whenever my banana bread starts cooking. So the pumpkin banana bread is in the oven right now, and that's gonna be cooking for the next like 40 minutes, and my husband's coming home with vegan chicken, so we'll be having that for dinner, and then I'll have some pumpkin bread as a nice dessert. And I actually did not end up reading this today because there was a summer splash. Like I'm also doing summer splash. There was like a little like wine date thing that we did on YouTube, so I watched that and didn't get around to reading this. But I'm about to read for another like 30 minutes until my husband gets home of Clown in the Cornfield. So I will probably get to chapter 5 or 6. Okay, so I'm currently on, I'm sorry, I'm trying to be quiet because my husband's asleep. But I'm currently on chapter 9 of Clown in the Cornfield, and It actually got a lot better. Like I said, I think I said this, it reads like a movie, so it's a little bit more theatrical than normally the other books that I kind of read. It's 3:05 a.m. and I am currently watching a live from one of my favorite YouTubers because she's doing a live from 12 a.m. today to 12 a.m. tomorrow. For Summerween, I'm using all of my autumn mugs. So it's pumpkin spices, and I got this from Target last year, and I'm drinking tea. It's pumpkin spice rooibos. Is that how you pronounce that? Rooibos? I got it from Trader Joe's last year, and I just haven't drank it because I got it at the very the last part of fall. I didn't want to drink it like during winter and spring, so I have this, and I'm just gonna drink this while reading on these sprints and stuff. So yeah, so that's my update at 3 a.m. Yeah, so I'll update you whenever I go to bed, and then that will be the end of today. Hey guys, so I have my coffee because it is currently 5:34 a.m. It's in this cute little like 6-ounce mug that I got from Target last year. Oh, there's my cat. Hey. So I'm gonna be drinking this, and I'm also still in the 24-hour sprint thing that she's not really sprint because sprint's not 24 hours, but I'm still in that, and I'm on page 133 out of 201 in Clown in a Cornfield. I am on chapter 19. I expected the main villain to be like the bad guy, like the killer. I expected that, so it wasn't like really a big shock to me whenever I found out. It was just kind of like, oh wow, it's like every other like every horror movie I've ever seen. So it wasn't like that enjoyable to find out like who the killer was. I thought it was gonna have like more of like a plot twist, but I mean, whatever. And also it has like a lot of lingo, like a lot of slang from like teenagers from like a couple years ago, so it's kind of like a little bit outdated, and it talks a lot of pop culture, which I don't like in books, because whenever I'm reading a book I like to escape from like life. I use like reading as an escape. Not that I hate my life or anything, it's just I like to get away for a little bit whenever I'm feeling stressed or something, and I don't like all these like things that have to do with like the life that I'm living to be in books. I like a couple of them, but there's just so many in this book that it's kind of annoying, honestly. I'm not really enjoying it. It is a book that I cannot put down, so like I'm constantly wanting to know what happens, so it does have that kind of thing. I'm pretty hooked on it, but overall I'm not enjoying it that much, besides the fact that it is a slasher that is very fast-paced and decent to read throughout the night. So I have read this in like 24 hours, but yeah, so that's where I'm at right now, and I will update you when I go to the bookstore later. Okay, so I finished Clown in a Cornfield, and it was about a 3.5 4-star rating. I'm not really sure what I'm going to settle it on. I think a 3.5 or a 3. I don't think it's up to a 4. I think it's just a 3. And which is average rating, because it was okay, but I didn't really get, I liked it, but I wasn't very invested, I guess. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I was invested. I stayed up all night reading it, but I wasn't like over the top interested in it, because it was kind of like a, oh well, it's my first slasher, I don't really know what to expect. But I expected the majority of the plot twists, except for the one at the very end, which was the resolution and like the last couple chapters. So that was really fun to kind of get the idea that like I didn't really know what was going to happen, because I didn't expect so and so to do this and everything. And but yeah, and also the ending. Okay, so this is not really a spoiler because people get together in the end. Like if you've ever seen like a young, like a teenager kind of slasher film, like there's a couple in the end, like there's always somebody from the beginning gets with someone in the end. Like the remaining people somebody becomes a couple. And top tier, I'm just saying, top tier. It was very cute. It was nice. It was unexpected, but also there were hints that you kind of could have seen it coming, but also like you're just like, oh, that's so cute, even though the circumstances are like, ew, gross, dead bodies everywhere. But yeah, it was a really nice experience. I'm glad I read it, and I'm gonna read the next book, Friendo Lives. So yeah, I'm gonna read that one whenever it comes out in August, but I don't, oh, that's next month, so I guess I should go ahead and pre-order it for next month. But yeah, so I read that and I made my pumpkin bread, and it was a little bit like falling apart, so I'm not gonna show it, but I made a pumpkin spice latte you see earlier in this vlog, so that can count as like also my treat of the whole readathon. Yeah, that can count as my treat. I've read that, and I am going to start on some books that are not really part of the readathon because I am reading a ton of books at once, but one is for a buddy read with the Discord that I'm in, so I'm gonna read that and get into more books. So I hope you enjoy for the rest of the vlog. I'm probably not going to vlog for the rest of the day, so I might just end it here, and I will see you guys for day 3. Okay, so I didn't end yesterday's vlog with the proper ending, so thank you for joining me for day 1 and 2 of Summerween, and yeah, so that was it. I read a lot at my friend's house. I read some Beastars, the first 2 volumes of that, but of course that doesn't have to do with Summerween. I just read a lot. So yeah, that's the end. That's the end of this vlog. So yeah, comment down below what you're reading for this readathon, and let me know how you like your current reads if you read something already. So bye!